Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining the webinar with us today. My name is Pratik, and I am your host for today's webinar. We also have Sapna with us, who is a software engineer at Rialtes, and she's an SAP expert and working with us in the SAP line of business. Sapna is going to speak to us about S/4HANA sourcing and procurement in S/4HANA public cloud. Before we proceed, we'll just like to give you a quick overview about who Rialtes is and what we do. We are a consulting organization based out of Austin, Texas, and we are a global organization and have presence across US, Canada, India, UAE, and Singapore. We help Fortune 500 organizations solve complex issues with the help of technology. We specialize in Salesforce and SAP implementations across verticals, and we offer some key capabilities 24/7 onshore, offshore, and nearshore, and we have a very flexible delivery model. Few reasons why our customers prefer us and we become the number one choice of vendor is because the trust that we have developed in the industry with our delivery implementations over the years. And when it comes to SAP, we have great amount of experience delivering SAP implementations. And last but not the least, the integrity with which we work with our clients helps us win more opportunities, and we become the number one choice of a vendor. Hand it over to Sapna to speak more about S/4HANA sourcing and procurement in the S/4HANA public cloud. We can park all of your questions towards the end where Sapna can answer all of those questions. Over to you, Sapna. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Pratik. So for introducing me. So hello everyone, my name is Sapna Chauhan, and today I will explain you about the role of sourcing and procurement in S/4HANA. So here is the today's agenda. So for that, I will first explain the introduction. In that section, I will explain what is sourcing and procurement and what is the importance of sourcing and procurement in business. Then we will go for the importance of sourcing and procurement. Then what is the roles of SAP S/4HANA in sourcing and procurement. And the most important part, that is procurement cycle. We will see this procurement cycle in details. Then the key features of SAP S/4HANA sourcing and procurement and its benefits. Then we will go to the demo part. In this section, I will explain you about how to create a purchase contract. And then we will see some Fiori app rather than purchase contract to create a contract. So we will start with the introduction part. So the first question is, what is sourcing and procurement? So sourcing and procurement in SAP refers to the end-to-end process of managing and requisition of goods and services, from identifying needs and sources, supplier to ordering and receiving payments. So for that, we will understand what is sourcing. So procuring goods at the right price from reliable suppliers is known as sourcing. So in sourcing, negotiation is also included, so we can make the best deal. So the deal is based on the condition. It can be anything. Then second one is procurement. So procurement is like buying anything. We are buying something from the vendor. It comes under the procurement section. As it mentioned, the operational aspects, including creating purchase requisition, generating purchase order, and managing payments, is all comes under procurement. Then we will go to supplier management relationship. So supplier management relationship is the developing and maintaining the relationship with supplier to ensure reliable supply chain and favorable terms. So this is include in the introduction of sourcing and procurement. Then we will understand what is the importance of cost saving. So as we know that sourcing and procurement is play a very important role in cost saving. Like effective sourcing strategies allows business negotiate better deals with the supplier. So cost saving includes leverages economic of scale and vendor negotiation to reduce the cost. Then the second one is Operational continuity. So ensure the material and services are available when needed, avoiding delays. So be sure some material are available on time, on demand. Then we have risk mitigation. So it improve the risk management by fostering strong supplier relationship. Then we have compliance and quality assurance. So in this section, we set the standard quality, and so we set the standard criteria as our quality maintained. So this come under compliance and quality assurance. Then we have role of SAP S/4HANA in sourcing and procurement. So end-to-end process automation. So in this we have automation tasks like purchase requisition, purchase creation, and invoice matching. This minimize manual intervention, speed up cycle, and reduce errors. So for that, we have some terms like purchase requisitions. So we need to understand this thing. What is purchase requisition? So purchase requisition is an internal document to request the purchase of goods and services, which triggers the procurement process. Then we have purchase order. So purchase order is a legal binding order sent to the supplier. Then we have invoice matching. So in invoice, like the invoice sent to us from the supplier or we send to the customer. Then also a term that is good receipt is come in the into the picture, that is good receipt. The good receipt means confirmation of good received allowing inventories updates. So in good receipt, the customer give us the update to us, or we give the update to the supplier. Then we have supplier centralized supplier data. So SAP S/4HANA centralized supplier data, making it easy to track performance, compliance, and contract terms. So this help in tracking the performance. So how the processing is going. Then we have integrated supplier management. So it offers a comprehensive view of supplier qualification, performance matrices, and historical data in enabling better informed sourcing decision. Then we have real-time analytics. So it deliver immediate insight. So if the some item is out of stock, so it helps in that section. Then we have advanced collaboration. So SAP S/4HANA integration with SAP Ariba and SAP enable seamless supplier collaboration and improved accessibility for the user. So all this is the role of SAP S/4HANA. So this is the most important section when the term comes sourcing and procurement, that is procurement cycle. So procurement cycle is a cycle which show the end-to-end which show the end-to-end process from the requirement gathering to the invoice creation. So every organization acquires material or services to complete its business needs. So as I already mentioned, the process of buying material and obtaining service from the vendors is known as procurement. So in this session, we will understand what is the procurement cycle. So we will start with the requirement. So gathering the requirement for what we need to buy in an organization is the first step. This is also known as requirement gathering. Then we have source determination. So in source determination, we find the source to buy the material at the right price. So in this section, we have two options, whether the source is already known or whether the source is unknown. So so I will take the example of if the source is unknown. Then if the source is unknown, then we will uh, demand for the RFQ, that is request for quotation. We will request for the quotation to the vendor, so they can provide us the quotation. So in quotation part, we compare the quotation from the different vendors, so we can choose accordingly. So in source selection, we choose this vendor accordingly. It's based on the time, it's based on the cost, it can be anything. Then we have purchase order. So a purchase order is created to send the vendor of the quantity we want to buy. Then we have follow up. So follow up, it is the follow up for the order we created in which the order is confirmed. Then we have good receipt. So it is a receipt or good that we have received from the vendor, with the help of which we do payment to the vendor. So after all this, we find the logistic invoice verification. So the second part is if the source is already known. If we purchasing order from the vendor from a long time, if the source is known, then we from the source determination we directly jump to the purchase order. So we give the order to the supply to the vendor, and the remaining part is same. So in if the source is unknown, then we skip all these parts like RFQ, then we request for quotation and all part. Then is the key features like supplier management. So it's centralized view supplier data and performance. So SAP S4 HANA integrate procurement data uh, across an organization, enabling visibility into suppliers and inventory and contract management. Then we have automated workflows like automated approval and ordering process to reduce manual efforts. So it help in also in the risk management, or in it avoid the mistakes like few. And then we have Fiori apps. So Fiori app is for simplification, simplified, mobile friendly access to procurement task. Like I will show you the demo, which is also a Fiori application. Then real time analytics, we have insightful dashboard for spend analysis, supplier performance, and cost tracking. So these are the key features of sourcing and procurement. Then we have benefits, like same the key features we have the benefits like it increase the efficiency. So we don't have to manually uh, um, provide everything. So it automates manual process and reduce administrative workload. So it improves supplier collaboration, then data driven decisions, and then cost management. Now, I will show you the demo how to create a purchase contract. So before going for the demo, I will explain you what is purchase contract. So a purchase contract is also known as sales contract. So it details what is being bought, the payment terms and obligation of each party involved in the transaction. So it is important to create the contract to manage risk, establish clear vision for buyer and the seller. So let's start with the demo session. So this is the app from where we can create the purchase contract. So the app ID is, we will check from here. So for that app, the app ID is F1600A. So let's start the demo. So here is already created the already existing contract. So we will create a new contract from create. So the data I'm using is already configured by the functional team in backend. So they gave me the dummy data so I can show you the demo. So I will select. So I will choose this plant, that is 1710. So make sure you remember the purchasing or plant code, that is. So contract type. So in contract, we have four types, that is CMK, CWK, MK, and WK. So CMK is cost plus contract, where the contractor is pay for the actual cost with the additional management cost fee. Then we have value contract. So in it is similar to the quantity contract, that is CMK. So, but in this case, there is no upper limit on the total project cost. Then we have MK, so that is maximum price. So a contract where the maximum limit price has where the price and maximum limit is comes under the MK. So and WK is opposite to the MK, like there is no upper limit. So we will go with the CMK. Then purchasing group, we will choose this one. So I will make the contract for 1 month from 11th of November to 12th of November to 12th of December. So all the items, all the fields are filled with the according to the customer or client need. So we'll directly go to the items that is mandatory to create the contract. So in items we create. So we will go to the account assignment category. So we have different like asset, sales order, order, cost center, network, project, third party, and unknown. So I will choose K. For material type, I will choose this one, 1710. I will choose this because as I already choose plant ID 1710. For that, I will go to the quantity that is 50, and this I want is 100. And plant, I will choose 1710. So if I click on the create, they show me an error like, so it require an account assignment relevant to the cost accounting. For that, we have to go in this section. And in that section, we have to maintain a account assignment configuration. So with that, I will go to this. I will fill the cost center. So while filling this, while mentioning the, you have to just be aware that you are selected company code that 1710. So select this one. Then functional area, I'm choosing YB40. This is for the administration. Then I will apply. Then apply. Then I will create. So purchase contract is created. So I will show you. So in search bar, I will and go to enter. So this. So here's the contract which we created. So this is the thing which we create from the manage purchase contract. So in manage purchase contract, we will create the contract and all the data are must be configured. And yeah, so we will come back to the slides. So this is the steps which I follow, and you must remember the app ID that is F1A F1600A. Then we go to the this section, then SAP Fiori for sourcing and procurement. So there are many more apps like create purchase requisition in which we create the purchase requisition. Then we have monitor purchase order app, so in which we can monitor the purchase order and like approve purchase contract. So benefits are user friendly as there is no manual thing we have to maintain. Then mobile access, we can easily access this them from the mobile, and real time insights. We will get the data in real time. So that's all.
Thank you so much, Sapna, for throwing light on the SAP procurement cycle using the public cloud. It was an insightful session indeed, and especially the demo that you have walked us through gave us some good insights. I will leave this open for around 4 or 5 minutes more. If you guys have any questions, You can type it in the chat window and we'll start answering those questions one by one. If not, we'll just wait and then close the session. In the meantime, Sapna, I have one quick question. When we talk about public cloud, what are the compatible public clouds that are available for this application?
So we have Ariba.
Okay, there's one coming in. Can you explain schema mapping and how is it useful? Is the question that has come.
So schema mapping is basically, I think, from the functional part. So I will explain you the what is the schema mapping. So schema mapping is the process of establishing correspondence between elements of two different schema, often in data integration. So schema mapping is basically used in data integration, I think.
Wonderful. I hope that answers your question. Uh, if you want to discuss this in detail, please feel free to write us at sales@rialtes.com. We can set up a session and have a more detailed discussion about mapping.
Okay.
With this, we can conclude today's webinar. Thank you so much, Sapna, and thank you so much, all the people who have joined this webinar with us today. We are present across multiple locations in USA, India, and Canada and Singapore. Please feel free to write to us. We'd love to have a detailed discussion with you. Also follow us on LinkedIn, where we keep sharing the upcoming webinars that we have planned. So there is a webinar that happens on every Tuesday for SAP functionalities, and there's a webinar that happens on every Thursdays for Salesforce functionalities. I look forward to meeting all of you again for the upcoming webinars. Thank you so much and hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and rest of the evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the session.